Your performance review is 6 months away. Your next salary negotiation is 12 months away. Your next reorg announcement is unpredictable. And when any of those moments arrive, you have approximately 24 hours to remember everything significant you did in the months that preceded them. Most professionals fail this test. Not because they didn't do the work. Because they cannot remember it. Here is the 5-minute Saturday habit that changes that completely. This is what the talent. In HR, we see this pattern constantly. An employee walks into a performance review. They're trying to remember what they did in Q1. Q1 ended 3 months ago. They remember the big project from last month. They vaguely recall a difficult client situation in March. The rest is fog. Meanwhile, their manager has been keeping notes, tracking specifics, often documenting things that didn't go well. The conversation that follows is not a fair exchange of information. It is one person who remembered talking to another person who didn't. And here is the harder truth. The professional who cannot recall their own wins cannot defend their value, cannot negotiate from data, cannot push back on a misframed review, cannot make their case in a restructure conversation. Memory is not the same as evidence. Documentation is. And the people who document consistently have a career advantage that compounds every month they keep doing it. Here is the entire system. Every Saturday morning. 5 minutes. Open a document. Could be Google Docs. Could be a Notes app. Could be a spreadsheet. The format doesn't matter. The consistency does. Write the date at the top of an entry. Then capture 3 things. 1. What did I do this week that mattered? Not every task. The 2 or 3 things that produced outcomes. A client conversation that landed. A project milestone that shipped. A problem that got solved. A relationship that got built. 2. What was the impact? Whenever possible, with a number. Revenue protected. Cost reduced. Time saved. Risk mitigated. People retained. Not all impact is quantifiable. That is fine. But specific qualitative impact still beats vague feeling. De-escalated the client's situation that was threatening the contract renewal is specific. Worked on customer relationships is not. 3. What did I learn or develop? New skills. New context. New relationships. Things you couldn't do last quarter that you can do now. This third entry is the one most people skip. And it is the one that compounds the most over time. Because the cumulative answer to what have I developed over the past year is the foundation of every promotion case you will ever make. The timing matters more than people realize. Saturday morning is not random. 3 reasons. 1. The week is still fresh. You can actually remember what happened. Try to do this exercise 3 weeks after the fact and the details are gone. Saturday gives you the closest accurate recall. 2. You are out of execution mode. During the work week you are processing information forward. Next meeting. Next deadline. Next response. Saturday lets you process backward. What did I just do? That reflective mode is when patterns emerge. When you start to see your own work clearly. 3. The habit is sustainable. 5 minutes on Saturday morning does not compete with anything important. It fits between coffee and whatever else. It doesn't require a productivity app. It doesn't require discipline. It just requires that you do it. Most career advice fails because it is not sustainable. This one is. After 3 months of doing this, you have approximately 12 entries. Documented wins. Specific impact. Captured development. That document does 6 things your memory alone cannot. 1. It writes your self-evaluation before review season arrives. Most professionals dread self-evaluations because they're starting from blank. You will be starting from 12 weeks of evidence. 2. It funds your salary negotiation. The strongest compensation conversations are anchored in documented outcomes. Here is what I have delivered lands differently than I feel I deserve more. 3. It protects you from a misframed review. If your manager's narrative doesn't match what actually happened, you have receipts. Specific. Dated. Quantified. That documentation makes pushback possible. Without it, you are arguing from feeling. 4. It accelerates a job search. When you finally start updating your resume, the work is mostly done. The wins are documented. The impact is quantified. You are not staring at a blank page trying to remember the past year. 5. It builds your professional confidence. Most professionals significantly underestimate what they're actually delivering. Reading back 12 weeks of documented contributions recalibrates that. You see yourself more accurately. 6. It clarifies your trajectory. Looking at 12 weeks of entries tells you something specific. What are you doing more of? What are you doing less of? Is the work shifting in a direction you want? Or are you drifting towards something else? The document tells you what your calendar alone cannot. 5 minutes. Every Saturday morning. What did I do this week that mattered? What was the impact? What did I learn or develop? 3 questions. 1 document. 12 weeks from now, you are walking into every career conversation from a position of evidence. Not memory. Not feeling. Evidence. And the professionals who operate from evidence win the conversations that determine their next decade. Comment document below if you're starting this habit this Saturday. This is what the talent. The move is yours.